guys. Not gonna lie, this is attempt number 2 to land on this platform. Let's just say down there, not so fun. Anyways. So we are here playing Satisfactory, but I found a mod that makes things interesting. It basically turns this into a skyblock from Minecraft. These gaps are a little weird and disconcerting, and I will be fixing them later. For now, let's make the hub. I kind of want to... Oh yeah, I should mention that I do have mods installed. If this would please just hold still. Why is this not holding still? This is smart, by the way. Doesn't say anything weird. Maybe it just doesn't work with the hub. Alright, hub acquired. This is really nice. I need to check and make sure that one of the mods didn't get installed. No, it did not. Okay, good. So I was... Would you be quiet? Anyways, as I was saying before that thing was so rudely interrupted, I had a mod installed that I was playing around with called Super Alternate Recipes. I wanted to know if that meant like there was a whole bunch of alternate recipes, and while there are a whole bunch of alternate recipes, it's a 1-to-10 ratio. So I'm not gonna do that because that just feels like it's cheating. Unless I have like a mod that makes it to where things take ridiculously large amounts. So we're just gonna say no to that. So I have played around with this a little bit to see what I'd be, looking at resource-wise. Let's see what I started with. 4 miners, some concrete. I don't have any base buildings, so this is going to be a system of I have to jump back and forth, which is not as nerve-wracking when you have the hub right there. No, I meant to tab. So this Omni material can be turned into just about anything, which means we need a lot of this. Like a ridiculous amount of it. And these guys are going to help me out with that. God, that makes me nervous every time I have to do it. Let's see. Now that we've got income of that, we should see what we want to do for our first one. We're going to do fruitful plants. Yeah, we're going to need organic refinement, which just takes 100 of these omni-organic refinement, or omni-material, I believe it's called. Yeah, omni-material. We're going to take all of what they've got so far. Yeah, I know. The bad human taking from the little machines. That's not what I have to do. Active milestone. Throw them in. Upgrade. Nice. So, we'll need logistics. But first I'm going to touch on the fact that this is awesome walls. So this is like the stuff that you can buy from the shop, but it actually has a milestone cost instead of buying it. Pardon me. Anyways, there's a milestone cost, which is really neat. So that's kind of the way I wanted to do it, rather than just paying it by like throwing a handful of items that are hard to make into a sink. So for tiers 1 and 2, it's going to be pretty bumpy. I really want to work up to the Biomass Burner Mark II, because the Biomass Burner Mark II can take an automated input. And that's from Mark++. The skyblock-ish thing we're looking at right now is from the floor is lava, and I can actually look and see if I can find a link for it. God, it's really loud in here. I'll see if I can fix that real quick. Audio. It's not factory volume. It's ambient volume. Not ambient volume. Ah, it's effects volume. That's much quieter. I prefer them a little bit muted on this one, because these things can get really loud when you got too many of them in a large, or in a large space, in a small space. Let me see here. Is there anything else we can do with just the refined materials? I don't think so. So what we need is to start refining things, which means we need some power, which means we're going to need organic. We're going to need an automated form of digging. Okay, with how these are spaced, there should be one of these underneath us. But I'm not seeing one underneath us. Because it looks like the center should be like right here. Because these ones go across, and that one, okay, whatever. Okay, they're a little weirdly spaced. That's only going to bother my OCD a lot. So we have 2 biomass burners for some power. We need to get everything set up to automate this being refined into other sources so that we can make ores and ingots and then get further refining on board. So I'm going to pause the capture for a second, and I didn't realize that I forgot to link my pause button. So I'm actually going to have to manually push it this time around. So I'm going to pause the recording and hammer out some things, and then I'll be right back. And we're back. Anyways, I didn't really do a whole lot. We're also going to need to get into base building, which I have most of the stuff for, but that'll take a lot from what I was already planning on building. But we're going to need it. Okay. Eek. I'll need a little bit more rods. And for anyone who's wondering why it's like clicked without me having my mouse over it, if you hit spacebar, it's a new thing from the people who made the game. I can't remember who it is. I'll have to double check on that one and get back to you. But if you hit the spacebar,
Milestone
it
reached.
pushes that button.
You have unlocked several
It pushes that button down for you. You also notice there's music in the background now. I put some non-copyright music on in the background to make things a little easier. And clearly I need to turn the audio on this game down. Because that was very loud. Anyways, now I need to make some more plates and rods. But that shouldn't be too difficult. We already have the ingots, and I can show you in just a second how I got iron. And if you switch, it'll automatically just switch to the next one. You don't have to hit the spacebar again. I was super excited about this because I like skyblocks. They're really interesting, and they always provide us kind of new and interesting challenge. Anyways, this omni-refined material, it makes a good chunk of it just by hitting the button a few times. So it'll stop. And then you take omni-refined, no, it's material. I thought it was mineral. Omni-refined material, and you turn it into ore. 10 to 10. And that works for all of these. So what we're gonna do, and the reason I wanted base building, but I need more concrete because I forgot about that. Let's just make what I have. But I wanted concrete to create another floor. I want the bottom floor to be power, and we'll see where that goes. But for right now, it's going to be really difficult to produce everything we need. Just because it takes an absurd amount of organic to produce enough. But we'll see how things go and work from there. Oh, looks like Ada's about to talk. There we go. No, it is power. I wanted to place the 3 biomass burners. Doesn't necessarily... Forgot that we have 2. I'm only going to place one of these. Now we've got those. Now we're not going to have our main setup down here. We're just going to have that down here. So now we need foundations. Let's quickly just grab this and grab that. Now, I want to show you something neat about the mod Smart. So first you rotate it. Then if you hold Shift and scroll, you'll see at the top it says 2x1. If it would stop moving. You can hit H and lock it in place. So I can be looking over here. It's still right there. If you hold Shift, let's put it right at 4. It'll allow you to build a lot of blocks at once, which is a nice little advantage. Come on. You're not gonna let me. You're not gonna let me. Let's break this block underneath it. Then replace it. Then you're not gonna want to let me place that, are you? I'll have to jump over here and see if I can place it this way. I can place it this way. Nice. Did I just look at that right? No. Okay. But I accidentally placed a platform down there. Smart can also do other things. Like, for instance, you see that little arrow? Now I've orientated it to in front of me. Now I can move it forwards, and I can expand it out. Let's start with 3 by 3. And it built all of them, which is a really, really amazing concept, and I really can appreciate the hell out of the effort that probably went into that. So, it cuts down on building time a lot. So we've got those. Now, we need to pick up these miners because they're getting replaced. I'm not going to be able to grab it all. That's fine. It's okay if we lose a little bit of this material because we'll be getting large quantities of it here in a minute. I don't like being wasteful, but in this scenario, what are you going to do? Oh, I need more cement. Forget that cement is a... Ooh, that was almost bad. I would not like to fall with everything on me. Let's grab some limestone. We only need 1 of these. We don't need all of that on us. I'd say keep 1 stack on us. We should be fine. Let's make 200 of these real quick. That'll make us 67 concrete, which will be more than enough for our needs. I will stop there. We'll come back if we need more. As it is, we don't. I kind of want to just... I just want to clear cut this and fix it because those gaps are bothering me. It messes with me mentally because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm going to fall through that hole. But in reality, that's not the case. I'm not going to fall through that hole. I'm just going to be paranoid about falling through that hole. Okay, so now we've got that. I believe all these nodes are pure, so when I hop over here, yeah, it's pure. So you should output 120, which is more than this little line can take. But we'll fix that particular problem later. So, Omni refineries. Let's quickly check what it takes. It takes 15 per minute and makes 700 per minute. So I can feasibly run both of these off of a 60 line. Actually, I had three planned, didn't I? We don't have access to splitters yet, so all we can do is connect it to this first one. And then place this here. So the best rule of thumb with this is 2 machines to 1, because you need to have 1 connection to the power grid and 1 connection for another pole. So if you just do like that one's only connected to 1 machine, so it has 1 more machine capability, but we also don't have any machines right there. Can I connect it to you? Oh, I can. And if you hover over these, it'll tell you how many connections it has, of 4. We don't have any solid biofuel right now. Did I forget to prepare biofuel? Well, we only need 1. This one right here should be more than enough. So it takes 6 seconds to burn 1 of these biomass, and that's 10 per minute. So we have roughly 10 minutes at 30 megawatts. Megawatt hours, I think. And as you can see, the Omni material starts a-flowing. Now it's going to come up here to this refinery. I'm going to pull this one down. That way I have the other thing I wanted. Also, it's a good walkway. So we're going to put this one in line and with a little bit of spacing in front of it. And then we're going to pipe it from that one to this one. This one is making the Omni material once it gets its resources. This one will be making... let's say it makes iron ore. So one of these should be not like the others. Let's just have you do it. So now this will make 300 iron per minute, but it requires 300 Omni material per minute. And this can easily produce that. Yeah, I don't think these... Yeah, these are not going to be able to move this much material, but that's okay. As long as this gets enough to run, we'll be in okay shape for now. I don't have a lot of concrete. Anyways, the whole idea is to just get some of this automated right away. I'm going to take another second and gather some more materials, because I underestimated the sheer number of concrete that I was going to need. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Final pause, I promise. We just need to be able to extend this platform, and I didn't realize how low on the resource for that I was. Perfect. So we're just going to get iron automated for today. We'll see if we can get copper done. I forgot that these automating processes are a lot more complicated since there's all the extra steps to make it into iron ore. So what we need now is a smelter. Let's pipe this in. So we wanted to make iron ingots. It only requires 30 per minute. We're gonna meet that standard easily. Let's get our constructor up. Let's tell we wanted to make iron plates. Alright, now it's making us iron plates. But now we want to store those. Because we're not going to just want to, use them all up all the time and never have a backlog. But I kind of don't want to point that in a direction where I know I can't use it. Let's do this. I believe that's accurate. Oh, I made one more. Well, let's just grab them back up. Ain't no harm done. So now we're going to throw this storage container in line with this right there. Now we have ourselves automated iron plates. This is going to produce 20 per minute from 30 per minute of iron ore, or iron ingots. What we'll have to do is we'll end up having to slide this down a little bit, because I think this takes 30, this makes 30, so we'll have to slide this down a little bit, because this makes 300. So I could power 10 of these iron refineries off of one of these refineries. Because they take 30 and 30, and make 30. They take 30 and make 30, is what I'm trying to say there. So what we really need to do is work on Logistics Mark 2, and I think that'll be the, Mark 2, Logistics Mark 1, and I think that'll be the last thing we do for today. So for Logistics Mark 1, we have all the iron plates at once. And we have some of the rods and some of the cables. We're going to need more of both of these, and we're going to have to unfortunately make those by hand. As you can see, I made some extra iron ore. We have copper already. Let's hammer it out. And while we're doing that, I can talk more about what I know of this mod pack. Well, not mod pack, but this particular mod that allows us to create materials from what seems to be a null material. So there are a whole bunch of nodes that go north, south, east, and west. On each of those nodes, they give you the raw material. A couple of them says that they give you the refined material, and that's really cool as well. So we'll see what that's gonna go towards. And I also would like to explain my absence. So that one's a little harder. So for my absence, my wife was pregnant. I don't know if I ever mentioned that actually, but we are very happy. We have an adorable baby girl, and that took a good chunk of time. She was really sick during her pregnancy, which can be pretty common or it can be pretty rare. It all depends on the person. So she got something called hyperemesis, and that took a lot of my time up. I wasn't able to do recordings or anything like that. And when I came back, I decided I'm gonna make a new, kind of new intro and an outro to be like me turning the page on a new chapter. And that's what I wanted. My primary goal with YouTube has always been like, I want people to smile, and if I can provide them with something that allows me to, even make one person smile, to me that's worth it. We still need 131. So when we have enough for 31 rods, we'll make them, and then that'll be the end of the video for today. So we have a beautiful baby girl. She's amazing, and I'm just getting things figured out now. It's been trying. I thought being a brand new parent would be easier, and I could not have been more wrong. Being a parent is very challenging, and I do not think that I ever truly understood that until I became one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm up some stuff, and once I get it all farmed up, we will be back. And we'll do this again, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time.